Who else is in the West?
Well,
Got San Francisco. Oh, the Arizona Cardinals. How could we
the
forget?
Arizona Cardinals.
We've covered San Francisco.
Do I have to talk about them? I really can't stand
Seattle?
them.
No, we don't. We could take a pass. We could take a mulligan on the Cardinals.
Do
You
is
think
there,
our
is there
readers
no
would-
love lost for the Cardinals yourself?
I'm from Chicago. I mean, I vacation in Arizona. You know, when it gets to like 6 or 7 degrees above zero in Chicago, I'll go out to Arizona and soak up some sunshine and some heat. Other than that, I got no.
But other than
I
that,
got no use for them.
There's no love lost.
No, let me
with
tell you.
Arizona.
No, and there's one other reason, and that is the Cardinals, who have changed their names a few times since they've moved out to Arizona. At one time, way back in the day, they were the
Well,
Chicago.
that's usually what people do when they really have a bad reputation. So
They were the Chicago Cardinals. Did you know that?
I did know that.
Way back in the day.
1923.
Could be. Well, I don't know. There were the
The
Bears.
football team.
Right,
Yeah.
the Chicago
And
Cardinals.
the Decatur
football team.
Staleys too. I remember that.
Yeah, so the Staleys, I think they became the Bears. But the Bears
You
have
are
been around
correct.
for decades.
1925, you were established.
And the Cardinals,
You should know when you were established.
I think, were the actual monsters of the Midway, even though the Bears have taken over that name. So when back in the day, Chicago had 2 pro football teams. The Cardinals have flown up to Arizona, but they were in between. They were the St. Louis Cardinals, and they had some great years back over there. Anyway,
No, I'm serious.
It's
That
all
is,
past history.
Yeah, but that's some great history. So sometimes your cardinal, migrates with your bear,
Right,
and you get what's called
a losing team.
a bear with wings.
A
I
bear
don't know.
And I
and
also,
it doesn't fly very well.
I also want to
Because
get.
it takes a big wing to pick up a bear.
That's right. Yeah. Good Lord. I believe that the
Then I paid
Arizona.
some imagery for you.
Beautiful. It's distracting me. The Arizona Cardinals, I think I put them in the rare category, along with the Cincinnati Bengals, of being the 2 most dysfunctional teams in the NFL over the long run. I'm talking about in terms of management, in terms of how many times you read from a player that was on that team and left, and they're saying, "Oh my God, I am so glad that I'm out of that organization. Get me out of here. I would have played."
I lost friends, I lost family, I got divorced while I was there, and our team didn't win either.
I would have played Pee Wee League to get away from them. I would have played Pop Warner football. So anyway, maybe they'll get it together one day. The Bidwells have a long track record, and it ain't good. They've won 1 playoff game in my lifetime plus 13 years.
The Bidwell family owns the team,
See?
and they used to be in St. Louis.
See?
Wow, that's a long way back.
I don't know about that. The team
That's
used
when
to
they
be
had
in St.
coaches
Louis.
that wore like really tight pants.
The team used to be in St. Louis. I don't know if the Bidwells were in St. Louis, but they haven't won. They won 1 playoff game in decades, like 50 something years.
The only guy that I really like to talk about on the Cardinals is they've got a guy by the name of Patrick Peterson.
Patrick Peterson.
Now this guy has done some kickoff returns, and he's done many of them. Not quite to the Devin Hester extreme yet, but he's headed there, and he's possibly going to get there. And he's ran back a lot of good touchdowns. He's also a cornerback, and he's been the most inspiration on that defense, and it shows on the field. But the rest of the Cardinals is kind of right in the brownie phase. Not great colors and no consistency. I don't know where the Cardinals are headed. I don't know who they are. I don't know where they want to be. I don't know if they think they're going to migrate and become a bear that can fly, or I don't know what's going on, man. But I just know that the Arizona Cardinals do not have the right kind of players. And you're right. The players that they do get that may be the right edge for them, well, they get traded.
Don't they play at Sun Devil Stadium?
They do. They don't even have a field.
But they've got a retractable roof.
That's half the problem, owners.
I think they've got.
Give them their own home.
Give 'em
They feel like no casa, no casa.
They've got a retractable roof though, because
Well, it's hot as hell in there.
that's what I'm saying. And on Sunday
If
afternoon,
you're called the Sun Devil, you'd want a damn roof too. It's American edition.
yeah, you can't. I mean, imagine having a football game when it's 112 degrees. What kind of cooperation would
Someone
they get?
pass the water. I need another grande agua.
Yeah, just one to drink, one to pour on my head, and one to put down my back.
Right,
That's 3.
right.
Have we finished the West?
Yeah, we've agreed. We don't want to talk about the Cardinals at all.
No, and we did for 5 minutes. Wait a minute, hold
We
on.
did for 5 minutes.
There was-
I think. Well, you've probably the only thing you've done really good, but the only thing you messed up on is the Rams are actually in that division.
They're in the West?
Yeah.
Then who else
So
is
we
in
need
the
to
South?
swap.